a minute, please. Yeah. So you can see my screen. Kindly type 222. You can see my screen. Kindly type 222. You can see my
Yes, I
screen.
can see your screen. I can see your screen.
Oh, great. Great. Please. Okay, great. So now we're starting proper. So this is the first design I will be correcting. This is the first design I'll be correcting. So this person did a great job. Actually, I really did not know the person that has this design, but the thing is, this person did a great job to actually try to replicate what we did yesterday. That's I would like to commend his effort because he took his time to do it. So, but tonight I will actually want to plead with us tonight that it's not like I'm trying to plead because I don't know the way people take corrections. So what I'm saying is from a pure heart. I'm not trying to condemn anything. Any statement I make, I'm not trying to condemn what you've done. I'm just trying to try my best towards to make correction so that you can be better next time you want to make this type of designs. Do you get? So let's get it started. So the first issue or the first issue I have with this design was, though it looks similar to what we did yesterday, but you can easily say that they are not the same thing, right? So the first issue I saw in this design is number one, um the alignment was quite all right, fine, like it was rightly aligned. So, but the issue here is the logo up here, the Nescafe logo was not sized in the right proportion because I can see the logo shrinked, like the logo is stretched. And under a normal circumstance, so this is no longer a Nescafe logo because it has been stretched from what it used to be. So by next week, when we'll be diving into branding, you will know the essence of maintaining the right proportion of brand logos, brand icons, or brand word marks. Do you get? Because now it's like you've misrepresented. The next time you're working with logo, try to um make them proportionate. Don't try to stretch them. So now, and the way you can do that is, so let me try and demonstrate that to you. Let me try and demonstrate how you can make a logo proportionate. So let me open the one we did yesterday. This is what we did yesterday. Now, for example, let's assume, oh, this is not mine. This is not mine. This is one of the one that was submitted. So let me try and get the one I did yesterday. Yeah, let me try and open. Oh, this is not it. So just excuse me, please. I'm trying to get the one with it. Okay, practice farm. So this is the logo now, for example. So this logo now, if I should stretch this logo like this, it is no longer Nescafe logo. So that's what I mean by stretched. So the only way I can is to what? Control T, transform it, and make sure I rightly in earlier version of Photoshop, you actually have to hold your shift button and click on the edges. But in the new version of Photoshop, you don't have to do that. Just click on any of the anchor points and size up your logo. So that's that on that. And the second where is when I was correcting? I was correcting one flyer the other time. So let me get it. Where is it? Okay, this one. So and the other one, the other thing I saw in this design is the choice of color right up here. Your choice of color right here is not because it has to, at least, though it's not that it's not that it's not the main thing, but it has to, people has to see it. Your choice of color here should have been something more lighter than this. And I think you can take note of that, because anytime you are working on a background, you have to make sure that you obey contrast. Contrast is needed anytime you are working. So, and in contrast, I said opposite colors, they play well with contrast. That doesn't mean you have a black background. The color you have to put on the black background is what? A lighter color, like white. So in this case too, we have a brown background. It will be very bad of us to actually apply that same brown color as our text color. So there won't be contrast. And if you remember, one of the principles of designs is what? To obey contrast. You have to learn to obey contrast, like learn to use the right color combination so that your details can be seen to your audience. Do you get? So, and the next stuff here is get your coffee. Like, get your coffee. The font is I have the font is not the font could have been better. Like, should have used, because this font looks how would I put it? This font looks too tiny. Like, it's slim together. Like, you can't easily, it does not come it does not give that boldness feel. So you are trying to sell this brand to people. Like, you want them to see the brand, you want them to be able to be convinced to buy from the brand. And this font will not let you communicate that idea better. Yes, it is a sans serif font, but there are different type of sans serif fonts. You still have a lot of um a lot of space right here, a lot of space right here that your phone could have extended to. You still have a lot of space right here. Your phone could have extended to this point. Do you get? But then try to choose the right font. This is your main font is your main text is very important. Like, choose the right font. Choose a bolder font for your main text, because now our details is not much. So at least that should give us a reason to choose a bolder text for our main text. So kindly give me 1 minute, please. I'm coming. Yeah. So sorry for that. I had to just go and do that. So so if you are still with me, if you are still with me, kindly indicate. If you are still with me, and if you are following what I'm doing here, kindly indicate, please.
Yes, sure,
Yeah, thank you so much. So I think we can continue. So, and for your rider test, any text that come directly below your main text is called rider text. Let me try and put that in the rider text. Rider text, like, it's like a font below your main text. It tries to explain, or it tries to complement what you've written, or what you put in place in your main text. So, and this is the rider test. So if I'm not mistaken, um, so okay, how many font are we having here? We have this, two, and I think this and this is the same font, but I'm not sure. So, but I think we have two font, which is very nice. Two font is very nice. So minimum of two fonts, minimum of one font, which is, and maximum of three fonts in rare cases, maximum of three fonts. You should not have many fonts on your project, because having too many fonts on your project will make your project look clumsy. Will make your project looks not organized. You will look unorganized when your fonts are too many, because you'll be giving your audience the problem of trying to know what they want to read first. And the main reason why we're having the main test here is that so that we can be able to help our audience control their eye movement. You help them know, okay, which of the details they are to see first. So yeah, that's why you have to put emphasis to the main test. so that they can okay, this is what I want you to see first. This is the first thing you have to see. So, and because one of the main essence of design is to actually communicate to people. So you have to rightly communicate. You use right element to communicate your idea to people. And I said yesterday that there has to be a focal point in your design. Okay, what is that focal point? What is that central idea in your design that you want people to see first? That central idea is what will help them get your information. That's the reason why I was saying that um, this font right here could have been better. The main text here could have been better because we still have a lot of space around this place that the font could have extended to. Do you get? So that's that. And for the stuff down here, yeah, I think the font combination here, I think, yes, we have to talk about the font combination. The font combination in this design is not too good. These two fonts does not work well. Like there are ways, and you have to. How do you know that? You have to learn to practice font pairing. How to pair different type of font. There are some fonts they don't work together. This font is a good font, but in this case, it does not work well for our design. So because this main text, and that's why you have to understand that your main text and your rider text they must be able to work together. They must have this kind of combination together so that they can in some cases there are some fonts that has family, like for example now, like railway, solar, they have families. Sometimes somebody like me, to be on the safer side, I will use a bolder version of solar as my main text, and a regular version of solar as my rider text. That gives me the right pairing of my fonts. So you have to learn that, okay, you have to use fonts that pair well. So, but these two fonts, they do not pair well in this case. So, in the other case down here, I said something yesterday, which is the when I was talking about the leading between the text down here. So the leading down here is the space words um between the words is too much. Like we are having to I'm trying to use we're having too many. You see the space between these ones, the space between this one and this one, the space is too much. So you have to learn to bring them together, because if you are opening your text like this, people can easily say that, okay, those things are separate words. They can easily misquote those words as okay, they are different, even though it is we have commas and all those things, but people can easily misquote them to be different words. So you have to make sure that your leadings are not too open and are not too very close. So you have to make sure that they are within the range, that so it's not too much, like the one we did yesterday. Let me show you. Let me show you. You can see it right here. The leading is not too much. The leading is not too much. It is moderate. The space between them is not too much. So you have to work on that next time you are working on your designs. You have to give put note that you have to take note of that next time you are working. So I believe we got something from that. There are some things I will be saying in this correction session that I might have not taken note of them. I might have not let you know about them during our classes, but you learn a lot from reviews. When people review your work, you learn a lot so that next time you are working, you can improve better. So I think that's that for now. And I think for the background here, I can see some mistakes, like it is not blended well, but I understand. So the more you learn how to blend the backgrounds, so as we continue, we learn more how to blend backgrounds. So I think that's that on that. Let me close that and let us move to the next one. Yeah, the second I think this one is from Prince Concept. I think Prince is on the call. Prince, are you on the call? Hello, Prince. Oh, okay. Prince is not on the call. So, so this is from Prince concept. So, there are quite issues. I love his main test. I love his rider test. But there are quite issues, and the issues I have here is margin issue, and I have not. I think I remember that I have not given any information about margin. Anytime you are working, make sure you have margins. Like give at least, let's assume you are working in this dimension. Let there be a margin around this area for your work. So imagine if we are to print this work now and we take it to the printer. So and after printing it, they want to trim it. Some of these words might go away with cutting. So that you have to imagine that your work is in print. You have to at least give margin to your work. That's one of the issues I have with this design. This design does not have margin. So I actually I take blame for that because I did not mention that during our classes. So I think at least there should be a margin up to this, a margin like this, like at least to this point. So don't let your work don't make your work closer to the edge. It is bad. It makes your work look unprofessional. So let your work have some margin. Yeah, and the second one is second issue I have here is alignment. There are alignment issues here at the top. At the top here, there are alignment issue here. As you can see, I remember that I told us to read on alignment and hierarchy. So because I remember I did not mention and I did not mention those principles in the class, but I intentionally did that because I want you to go and at least learn something from those things. You can see it is not good. These elements are on the same, they are on the same region. I mean the same region because that's the like it's serving as the header of the design. So there has to be an alignment, there has to be a relationship between the two of them. So if you can look at the one we did yesterday, you can see the stuffs there are aligned, like they are centrally aligned. You see, you can they are if I put this now, that what is centrally aligned to the logo. Do you get? So your words, you have to learn to align your elements. Any element in the same region, you have to learn to. So and there is a rule called the rule of third. The rule of third. This is how rule of third works. Yeah, I might not be able to teach you all these things within the space of 2 weeks because there are a lot in designs I might not even touch because of time and all those things. That's something we call the rule of third. Anytime you are working, um try to divide your workspace, your canvas into three, like this, something like this. Divide your canvas into three, something like this. Try and divide your canvas into something like this. This gives you a sense of arrangement. You will know where to how to arrange your work, and this help your work to look uniform and look neat. These are just alignment. These are just where you can make your work align better. Do you get? So this you can actually read more on it or watch videos on the rule of how to use the rule of third. So and that on that. And the second and one of the issue I have with this design is that um yeah, he created something down here, but it just said Cave Street. I told you the reason why I actually bolded the Cave Street yesterday because it is indicating the location of the shop. You have to indicate that okay, this is where this shop is. All your text in this area should not carry the same weight. The main one should be bolder than the rest. Like the cave street should be more bolder than the rest. And this person does not take note of his lettering. Number 2, Safa Street, Wuse Zone 3, Abuja, Nigeria. So this person does not take note of his lettering. Please take note of how you letter. If you want to use how the sentence case in order, so make sure you use sentence case. Safa Street, this S should be in capital letter. Please make sure this box is too small for this for this test, and the round edge is too much. The round edge rectangle is too much. It could have been just minimal than this. I think you can do better next time. So thank you. At least this, I celebrate your effort. I celebrate you for taking time to design this. So let us move to the next one. Okay, this is the one we did yesterday. So let's move to the next one. Yeah, the same. We have the same issue here, which is the margin issue. Please make sure your work has a margin. Margin is very, very important. Don't let your work get closer to the edge. That is, give it space. Let there be space between the last edge of your design and where your design starts. Let your design always start from somewhere like this, and this place too. Let your design always end around somewhere like this. So while I started, then what I used to do. Let's assuming I'm working on a inches or a pixel. So I will draw a rectangle and maybe 1 by 1, maybe 1 inches by 1 inches. I'll draw the rectangle and place it here on the edge like this, and copy, I think 1 by 1 or so. So that will give me a sense of how I place my margin. So I'll do like this, do like this. The same thing, I'll bring it down here, do the same. So my work will not go above or below that line. So it helps you more organized, and it helps your work more look more professional. So that's that on that. So and the next one of the issues I have with this design is that I mentioned it earlier. Okay, I've mentioned it. So this look, I don't know where this person saw the green. Next cafe look doesn't have a green, so but I don't know what he or she does. So I believe this person has been using Photoshop before. So and one of the issues I have here is the same font issue I corrected earlier. These two fonts does not work. They do not work perfectly together. Yes, they are nice fonts. These fonts are nice, but be aware that all these fonts has where they work better. Because a font is available does not make it usable. You get, this font does not work better for this type of design. Do you get? And I think I can count like 3 different font on this design, like almost 4 different fonts. Yeah, this this a font, this this another font, this another font, this another font. About 4 different type of font on a single design. That is too much. That is too much. Please minimize for this type of simple design. Your font type should not be more than 2, because this design is so simple. It's not a complex design. So your font should not be more than 2, because it is not a complex design. So I think take note of that. And in this type of design, please, anytime you're using social media icons, because this our background does not go well with this Facebook color, please try and change it to a color within the design that will go well with what we are doing. So and we did that yesterday by using the color overlay option. This is how you can enable your color overlay. It has been for this Facebook, and make sure that your icons are not too big. They are less important details, so they should not be too big in your designs. Social media icons are not the most important thing, so they should take lesser part of your design. So this one is too big. Please next time take note. And the location icon here too is too big. Yes, the arrangement of this design does not look properly arranged. Like it should have been there has to be a rhythm, like an arrangement. See, this does not follow any pattern. I can't say, okay, this is right alignment or left alignment or whatsoever, because there is no pattern. So you have to learn to have a particular pattern. Look, if you are maintaining left alignment, you can actually use all the alignment in your designs, but that will be rightly arranged. Some part of your design can be left aligned, rightly aligned, and centrally aligned. I don't know if you understand what centrally alignment means, but I'll try and explain that maybe tomorrow when we are doing our poster. our poster design. So that's that about this design. So let us move to the next design. So I believe you are getting the corrections. If I'm too fast, let me know. If you are getting the corrections, let me know. So if you have any question, kindly send the question. So I will attend to the questions after the class. So are you still with me, please? Okay. Okay. So on to the next design. So I think the same person did this design. So I think the same correction still applies here. The margin issue, the font combination issue, and the icon issue. So and please for this please your social media handles does not need to be too big. Like yeah, I think by tomorrow I will teach you how to treat these issues in content aware because you will experience something like this more when you're using content aware because the AI does not always understand some of the things that you are doing. So I will teach you um how to work with this type of situation because this is not right in your design. You have to find a way to get this out of your design. So also I think the same question still applies to this because now I can see like one, I can see one font. I can see the second font. I can see another one here, three. I can see another one here. For about four fonts, that's too much for a simple design like this. So I think minimum of two, maximum of three fonts. So I think um that's that on the correction. Please kindly take notes. Anyone the person that did this design, kindly take note of the correction because I will be giving yes, I will be the brief that we all there is a brief yesterday that I sent here. I sent two brief. So there's a brief I sent here. So we'll be working on the second brief tonight. On the second brief, like that will be like our assignment for tomorrow. So after this correction, then we can actually use this correction to create this new design. So I hope that is fine enough. So if it is fine by you, kindly click fine. If it is fine by you, kindly click fine. If it is fine by you, kindly it is for your best, sha, so that you can actually learn from the corrections. Because now if I correct you now and there is nothing for you to work on, how will you implement the corrections? So I'm sending the brief again. So I'm sending in the brief again. So it is sent already. So I'll be moving to the next. I believe everybody is learning from these corrections, even if you did not do the design. I believe you are learning from these corrections. So I will know if you learn and if you rightly implement these corrections in your next design. So, and if there's anything you encounter in design that you need a clarity about, my DM is always open. You can send me a DM. Okay, I'm working, and what do you think I can do? I can guide. Yes, it's an assignment, but I'm here to guide you. Okay, this is what you can do. This is how you should put it. This is how it should go. And I can rightly tell you some things I'm not even saying in class because sometimes I might not even be able to put out everything about design in the class. Maybe when we are discussing on your work, then okay, I can remember and tell you, okay, do this, do that, and do that, and implement this, use this element, take away this element, and all those things. Because the work of art, the work of creativity is not done when you when everything is complete, when you can no, it is only done when you've seen your work and you say, okay, there's nothing to remove. That's when your work is done. So you can always remove, you can always modify your work as along the way. So my DM is open in case you need any help with any design. And in case you are making design at your leisure time and you need somebody to help you critique and see, because I'm a very sincere critique person. I'll be sincere to you, and though you might not like it, but then I want you to be better. So I will be very sincere in critiquing your work, because while I was learning, I was God bless me with people that are not nice. They are not nice with their words anytime they are critiquing. So they just tell you the way it is, and it really helped me. So yes, I know you will feel bad, but then when you remember my contribution in the next 4 years, you will be thankful that I made those statements. So I'm grateful today that those people actually corrected my work like that. So I am so grateful but now. So it's very painful then, but now I'm grateful that they did those corrections. So let's move to the next design. So yeah, so chemist coffee. So I think this this person actually made some modifications on the text, which makes the image quite looks bright image actually bright images are nice for advert designs like this, but you have to be very careful with details. Now this image looks bright, but then this image has lost some details like around the cup. There are some things that are lost. Like, so let me show you the original. So you can see the cup, you can see the shadows, you can see the highlight, you can see all those things. You can see how creamy the coffee is. But here you can see that the coffee just like white, which is not nice for the business. Do you get? You have to consider details anytime you're working with image. So, and something here is the font. Yeah, this font is a good font, but then does not work well on this design, and does not work well on. I believe we all know the reason why. Okay, this is rightly aligned. So make sure your work are rightly. Don't let your work fall out anytime you are working. So I think this is rightly aligned, and kindly take note of anytime you're working with images, kindly take note of the details around the images, because right now this coffee has lost the main details. Yes, the cup looks so great, but the main content is not is not there anymore. So yeah, so this font can be the arrangement looks nice. Yeah, but this font looks too stretched. So I don't like stretched fonts. Stretched font like this are not always nice. They have their own ways. They have where they are good, but I actually don't like them. Any font that looks so tall like this, the font looks so tall. So always try to use fonts. This font is tall, but then there is still space. There is still um how will I put it now? I can't find the word for it. So it is tall, but then it is still moderate. Like, it is not like when people are tall and they are slim, that those people are like, you see them as so you want somebody that is tall and has body. So let me use that illustration. So that's in the case of this phone. This one looks to um so, and for the address too, the same issue I complained about one of the designs earlier. You can see, let me try and zoom in. So make sure that anytime you are indicating location, make sure you indicate the important place, like the coffee house. Now try to bold in. It shows that, okay, this is the place where this thing is, and the other details can actually be in a normal font, like in the regular font. So that's that. But I actually love the way how bright this design looks, if not for the details that we lost um on the coffee. We lost some details on the coffee, which is not nice for the business. And the next one is the icons that are here. So I made a statement in our I think in our second class, which is on consistency. In this type of design, I don't always um recommend that you use these icons in their original state. No, you use the flight icons. You use the icons like this, that you can easily change their colors, and so don't use those logos in their original form. So don't use logos, don't use those social media logos. You just look for Facebook icon. Done. So but all these logos look too complex, and they don't work on design, and the colors too are not working well with our design. So your most times icons are the I think this person can do better. So let us move on to the next design. So yeah, this is the next design. Wow, this is actually nice. This is nice. And there are a lot of details here, and he actually worked on the smoke. Like you can actually see that he worked on the smoke, and I think I know the person that worked on this. So he actually worked on the smoke, and which is very nice. This is like a nice example of what I'm trying to convey. This looks so nice and neat. Um, just some reservations though, just a minor reservations, uh, which is spacing. I feel the handle should have been fine if the handles are open, and the distance between the two edges is not corresponding. I think that could be better next time though. The distance between this place and this place. So make sure that your distance between your edges are actually most is not a big thing, but if there are spaces to work with, make sure they are the same. But in rare cases or in exceptional cases where you have so many elements that it does not work, so it's very fine. But I think it's nice. This design looks so nice, and I love the font combinations too. It looks so nice. So you can see an example of what I'm saying. So this person actually blend the background with so the same thing we did here yesterday, because you can see his color is quite different from mine. So he actually worked on a more brighter version of brown, which makes the design look more brighter, which makes it looks nice, even brighter than the one we did yesterday, which is great. So that's that on that. So and this is the last design. Yeah. So I got this was the last design I got this night. Yeah. So alignments look great. Alignments look great, yeah. But the compositions, there are issues with the compositions and spacing. So I think this coffee could have been um could have come around this area. Yeah, if it has been around this area, oh best, so nice. So that would have been that would have given more room for margin at the edge. So this could have been better like this. And the icon, the social media handle is too big. It should not be too big. Social medias are not meant to be bigger like this, since they are not business cards. This is just a social media advert flyer. So the social media are not meant to be too obvious. Like they are not the main details. They should not be fighting for emphasis with other ones. So I think that should be taken note of. Yeah, and brown on white in this case is not this type of brown on this white is which is on the address. Yeah, yeah. So the brown on the white does not look too good. You can actually use black on white, or black or white on or dark brown on the white, which actually make it pop out better. Because using this type of color now makes everything look the same. There has to be contrast. That's what I'm trying to pass across. Contrast is so important. Anytime your background is light, make sure your foreground is what is dark. That gives it a contrast. So I will give you an example of what I mean now. So let me try and find a background. Okay. So, for example, now this background of a bridge of third mainland bridge in Lagos. This background. So let's assume I want to write a text on this background now. Lagos. So that's what I want to write. So I wrote Lagos now, but it does not look visible because the contrast is not okay. So if we are working on a dark background like this, this is the background. Anything on that background is what we call what the foreground. So this text now in this case is what is the foreground. Kindly take note of that. So you can see now that when I make the text the opposite of the color in the background, it pops out well. So anytime you're working with a dark background, make sure that your foreground is what is light. Anytime you're working with a light background, make sure your foreground is what is dark. So it helps the contrast in your design. So it helps your work more, gives that professional feel. It gives it that nice feel. You can see how this one works better now on this background, like as if it was there together with the background. So that's how design should look like. It should look like everything was there together, everything was photographed together. That's how design should look like. Not like this one was separate. There should be unity in your design. Anytime you're working, and you can achieve unity in your design by following through the principles of designs, using alignment, contrast, repetitions, all those things that we discussed on Monday. So putting all those things in place in your design. So I know you might not be able to achieve it the first time in your design, but the more you practice, the more you work on design, the more you look at other people's design, other professionals' designs, you become better. Now, the way I will. Oh, okay, I will do that now. So someone is asking me, how do I copy color? I will explain that after the end of the class. So I think let me go to the last design. Okay, this is the last design for the day. So you can see, so this design looks nice, except for the corrections I made earlier. So that will be the last design for correction tonight. So let me go to the questions. If you have any question, please kindly put down the question. So I'm trying to answer. Oh, yours on WhatsApp. Wow, I saw that. That means it came in late. Oh, that means it came in late. Wow. Let me check if I can still send it here. Oh, look, I've seen it. Okay. Let me try and send it here. So, um, oh, okay, I'll do that. Now do you make layer panel visible? I don't know how it disappeared. Okay. I will demonstrate that now. I will demonstrate that. I will demonstrate now. Please kindly give me 1 minute. I'll be back, please. I just want to get the door for somebody. I'll be back now, please. Just a minute. Okay, so I'm back. Yeah. So I'm trying to get one designs the Telegram. So let me try and do that. Okay. I just put down your questions so that I will answer them all together. Put down all your questions so I will answer all the questions together. Yeah. So yeah. So I think I've gotten the design into my system now. Let me try and be sure if it is this design. Okay. Okay, so this is the design now. This is the design I was sent in. Yeah. So this design looks good. Let me see if I have any reservations on it. Yeah, just a few reservations. This design looks good. One color was maintained, and I had issue with the alignment. The alignment is not cool. So you have to make sure your alignments are actually right. Make sure your alignments work well together. Like make sure that all your text they are related in one way or the other. For example, now let me demonstrate something here. That's when I'm making a shape on this design now. Assuming I'm making a shape on this design now. Hmm? Yeah. So and my shape is like this. So I'll make sure my shape is aligned to this text in a way that it does not look falling away. Now it is not looking like well for me. For somebody like me, I would prefer so hello, if you can hear me, let me know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, just send in an emoji because there is my network was bad for maybe some minutes. So I was trying to explain alignment here. So for somebody like me now, there are several words here. Several words here. So me, somebody like me, I would like to. Oh, okay. I will make sure my shape is aligned with at least one of the text. So I won't want it to be like this. No. I'll make it to at least align to share a relationship with at least one of the letters so that it looks balanced to the eye, like the letter is sitting right on the shape. So that's how alignment should work. So make sure that um I believe I'll be able to explain this better tomorrow. So let us just move to the correction proper. So yeah, so this there is just one color here, which is the cream color. I think you could have done better by actually mixing the cream color and white color. I think that would have actually made the design pop better. So I love the way you worked on the background, which looks nice. The icon looks good, yeah, and the image looks bold enough. But then I would have loved the handle to actually come out, but then it looks nice. It's not a big thing. So that's great. Thank you for turning this in. So let me answer the questions. So how do you pick color from image? I think somebody is asking that question. So this is how you pick color from image. It doesn't mean this is the background I want to pick the color from. That is the background. There is a shortcut. There is a tool called the eyedropper tool. That's the tool you'll be using. There is a tool called the eyedropper eyedropper tool. Please take notes. And that tool, this is the tool here. This is the tool right here. Um, this is the tool right here. I'm trying to locate the tool. Okay, this is the tool. Oh, let me just. Oh, this is the tool right here. Yeah, and the shortcut for it is I. You can see I. So once you click on it, like once you click on it, this is it. Eyedropper tool. Click on it. Then, if there's any color within this image you want to pick, just take the eyedropper to that color and left click on that color. Automatically, you see your color picker change here. It changes automatically. Any color you left click on, the color picker what changes. As you can see now, it changes because I'm picking different colors. You can see the color picker changes. So let me know. So that's how you pick color. You can now maybe use your shape tool to draw out the color you just picked. That doesn't mean I pick this color right here, and I want to. So I'll just you see. Oh, that's not work. So I'll just so that doesn't mean I pick this. You see, I pick this. Just click on any maybe the shape tool. What is that? Create a new layer and so if it is not bringing out the color like this, just double click on the layer like this and use the eyedropper tool from here and pick the color. So do you understand? Please let me know if you understand, Mr. Raphael. Hello, Mr. Raphael, do you understand, please? Oh, why is it? Okay. So let me go to the next question. I said my layer panel. How do I make my layer panel visible? Okay, let's assume now this is my layer panel now. It is invisible. It is two ways. It is two ways now. You see, I double click on the layer panel and it becomes invisible. You can see right here, and I can double click on it again and it becomes visible. That's one way. Just check below the layer panel if you can see anything layer. If you can see the layer, just double click on the layer, it becomes visible back. But in the case where you can't see the layer panel at all, just come here, a view. Come to I think Windows. Come to Windows. Yeah, come to Window. Then you can see the layer. If I should click on this layer now, layer panel disappears finally. As you can see, disappear finally. Then I can now enable it again by Windows and clicking on the what on the layer panel. Can you see that? If you understand me, you did kindly let me know if you understand. Hello, Judith, if you understand, kindly let me know. Okay, so it's fine now. Okay, great. So if there's any other question, please kindly put it out because we are coming to the end of tonight's session. So tomorrow we get prepared for tomorrow, and I've sent in the brief that I'll be working with tomorrow. The brief that I will be expecting assignments, our submission by tomorrow. So this is the brief. So I believe that you know the steps on how to achieve this design. You know that you have to do your research, you have to sort for your elements, you have to plan, you have to design. So I believe you all know the steps. So if there is no question again for tonight, I think it is nice. It is nice we bring the class uh, um, to an end. So yeah. So I think it is nice we bring the class to an end. So thank you for coming tonight. Thank you for showing up. Thank you guys. The video will be uploaded by tomorrow, I believe. So I believe with the corrections, you should be able to come up with amazing designs by tomorrow. So let me know if you have any challenges. Let me know if there is any thing. If you can send me direct message if there's any challenge. So let's do that. So okay, somebody is asking other details for the design like an address. So you can come up with that yourself. The same way we did yesterday. Come up with it yourself. Just come up with it yourself so that you can come with um any details that actually work well with your design. Come up with that yourself. So please, but if somebody can help me post it on the group, on the WhatsApp group, but then if anybody is not in this class now, so I don't know that that person is worthy to do the assignment because he's not in this class. So that's that for tonight. I believe all corrections are noted. I believe so by tomorrow we'll be going more deeper tomorrow. So we're going more that will be the last class on Photoshop. So and by the end of tomorrow, I believe we should be able to work better on Photoshop than when we started. So thank you so much. Good night. Have a great night rest. So okay. If somebody is typing, let me wait. Somebody is typing. Let me see. Maybe it's a question. Oh, okay. So okay, good night. We see you tomorrow then. Kindly, if you are yet to follow, if you are yet to subscribe on the YouTube channel, kindly do so tonight. I'll be posting the link again tonight. Kindly help us subscribe on the YouTube channel. So it's a way to help other designers because the more you engage the channel, the more it becomes visible for others too. The more it becomes visible for others to get the content, and it also encourage us to do better. So I'm trying to get the link. Um, I'm trying to get the link to the channel. So, but yes, tonight's class will be uploaded too. So I'll post the link on WhatsApp. Please kindly help us by following the channel and engage the content too. Thank you so much. God bless you. Okay,